there is a solution, which is just being aware. Being aware of my emotions, how I react to things, and not everyone has your perspective or perception of what you are dealing with. And guess what? It's not anyone else's job to learn that lesson.
All right, welcome in, bro. I got with me DJ AR, aka Altura Papi, in the building. What's up, man?
Good, chilling, man. It's glad to be outside the club with you right now.
I know, right? I was gonna say the same thing. Every time I see you or we see each other, one of us has a tequila bottle in our hand, and we're taking shots, listening to reggaeton, and the vibes. But it's good to have you here, man. I'm really excited to really kind of hear some more of your story and how you got started and what has been like your influences and maybe some crazy stories, because you guys are blowing up right now. So take me back, like just where things started with Altura, and just take it away from there.
I got you, man. We started 2019, technically. We started March 2019. 2020. We were planning all 2019, and then 2020 came around. We started up an event, and it was with Mariah. We had her booked. Myself, DJ Exile, and my partner Marcel, we all went in on it. We were like, yo, this is the next big move. You know what I mean? Like, we've all been playing Latin. I was like, Exile's been killing it for months. I was like, he needs a break. Like, come on, let's go full flex on Latin. And that was the day, or the day before the world shut down. So me and Exile are like, bro, it was about to happen, and it got shut down. So we're like, fuck it. Drawing board. The whole pandemic, we were on the drawing board, basically. I ended up getting really sick, from COVID, so I was legitly down from March all the way down to about May. Actually, till Cinco de Mayo.
3 months?
Literally, I was down for 3 months, 2.5 months, and then 2 weeks of, hey, are you okay type shit, know? But I was able to lock in after, doing nothing on bed to going straight work mode to my computer, doing graphics, mock-up flyers, just anything I can do to just keep it busy, building up the page. And then before you knew it, September came around, or August. It was actually August 19th or 22nd, around there. And we did our first event at Disco Pussy. And, buddy, the difference of today and those moments at Disco Pussy, I remember. I remember when Exile would be like, bro, oh man, I don't know if I can do this, bro. You know what I mean? It's definitely different from what I'm expecting, And I was like, bro, if we can do this, bro, we can do anything. And then I would end up having the mentality of yo, I don't know if I can do this. And he's like, no, bro, because if we can do Disco Pussy, what's it called? Lucky Day. If we can do that, he's like, bro, we can survive anything. As long as we survive the pandemic, we can do anything. Just keep that in your head. So that was our motivation to keep it going.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember back when everything was closed. I think the place I was hitting up the most was Senior Frogs, and because they were open. They was
outside.
Yeah,
they was outside, but it's okay,
Yeah.
And that was actually whenever I talk to Latinos or anything, they're like, yo, we've only been to Senior Frogs, and what's crazy, I've still never been. I still have never been. Usually I like to go to the places, for the first time, usually when I DJ or I get invited out or stuff like that, just because, our schedule is busy now.
Mm-hmm.
But back then it was all EDM. I used to just run all the raves with Revelation and stuff like that. So that's kind of my background. I was doing all the logistical work, with all the internal partners over there. So I was helping advancing, setting up the shows, the production, to handling the DJs arriving and stuff like that. So that's where the history and Altura and all that stuff kind of meshed.
Now at Disco Pussy, because I don't really usually go there because it is mostly electronic music. Is that so? When you guys were there, did they have Latin nights?
So we were the Latin night. So any kind of where we went downtown, it was kind of we were the Latin night. Okay. From a few venues, they're all kind of correlated down there, but or connected. But usually it was us, and then Nickel Beer Night, a downtown classic, and then a few other EDM shows, pop ups here and there, just to keep it active and get people comfortable going outside. And, man, those rules and regulations were insane. You had to have a food item in front of you. So we used to have pita bread and hummus, down to gummy worms, which, by the way, they were so fire. I would love taking gummy worms home. But
because technically you were a restaurant
we were a lounge. Yeah, we had hookah catering and all that good stuff. So, oh man, I miss. If I could change anything about Altura right now, is that we have hookah. But
well, it's like it's interesting. Like when you go through those times, like you were saying, like I don't know if I can do this, and those are like the tough times. But when you look back on them, you're like, those are honestly like the days you appreciate.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again, bro. It's a different drive. It's a different motivation. I'll tell you that much, because you hear the word no most of the time, so it's easier to like fight the flame and like keep the the gas on the engine going. Now I feel like it's like, give me this, give me that. It's like, oh, I can do this for this, and it's like, all right, everyone's just now wants it all. So it's like, who am I gonna choose now versus like, all right, I'd rather just work it up.
Yeah,
I've noticed that drive is something I kind of crave. I feel like it was like a golden moment of like the build, but it's also a learning lesson and kind of like a system, a strategy to like get other businesses going. And we have used that system, and it's actually working. There's 2 other brands that we're working on that are seeing the uptrends of becoming the next branded thing in the West Coast. So
I mean, I think that's part of like being an entrepreneur is having great ideas and surrounding yourself with a team of people to execute on them. And at the end of the day, right, it's not about like the destination you're getting to. It's the journey along the way that like shapes you and makes you who you are and like who you guys are as a group. And it's inspiring, dude, because like I think I don't even remember when the first time I went to an Altura event, but probably years ago, right? I'm like the biggest fan up there in the front of the table every time. Like,
I love it.
But like, it's cool because it's like it's developed a friendship with you guys, and now to see you guys go from downtown every weekend to you guys are transitioning and doing shows on the Strip and events on the Strip. Like, what did it take for you guys to do that, and like, what's been that journey like?
We've created a fan base that's not just like a fan base. Like, we're not just grateful for the business. We're actually grateful that we actually get to meet a lot of these people, like just like us. You know what I mean? Yeah. You literally come up for the crowd, and I was like, bro, I need corridos. You know what I mean? So I have moments like that with a lot of people. Same as Exile, even as like the camera guys, like Perp and Alexito and like Yoel and like all those people, bro. They all have their own relationships within like people that come, and one way or another, if you're not like, if you don't know us, you're going to get to know us because we're there partying with you. We're not just here, you know what I mean, to sell you a ticket or something. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's not what it's about. It's about an experience that we provide. So it's kind of like a, home like type of party, type of feeling that we like to keep. So
I feel like that's been like how you've been successful, like to grow as like people see you as like these guys aren't just like artists, but they're cool. They're treating us like friends and welcoming versus there's a lot of people. At least my
message from like what I do is, bro, if I can do it, bro, please, you can do it better. Like, please, like I'll even show you how you can do it better. Like, what does that got to do with my success? Nothing. You know what I mean? If it's gonna help you boost up yours, like, bro, let's do it. Like, I'm all in on you too. You feel me? So it's like, I'm not selfish with my knowledge. I'm not selfish with my work. Nothing like that. So I think that attracts its own, I guess, good business and good people around me at all times. Just because at the end of the day, my goals are your goals.
Yeah.
No matter who I meet, like some way, somehow, I always try to help out everybody. Just that's how I get my pleasure out of life,
Yeah, we have so here in our office we have a board with core values on it, and the third one on there is unwavering dedication to others. And to me, I think like that's like what you're saying is like,
oh, it's amazing.
Just focusing outward and trying to help other people, the blessings come tenfold back to me and back to my life, and you just see that growth because at the end of the day, like I saw this quote about how generous people who are generous with their time, with their money, with just their energy, they get taken advantage of the most.
Oh, of course.
But there's the most opportunities for those people that come because you're just doing good in the world and for people in general.
Yeah. And to go back to like the point of your question is literally like, I think that's what helps it move to the Strip is now there's a bigger demand because we are meeting people. We are making friends out of our fan group. You know what I mean? It's also a family. Like, like, you know what I mean? Our fan clubs and shit, like we don't spam you every single day. We don't do that. We don't even remind you what's going on. You know what I mean? Like people who want to come are already having notifications on. They know when we drop announcements. They know this. They know that. They'll ask us. They'll harass us. Yeah. They'll be like in the DMs, like, all right, I know you guys are dropping the dates, but just let me know when. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just please give me a hint. Right. So it's like people are like craving what's next at all times, and I think that's what's catching the eye of, I guess, the corporate life of the Strip. You know, and that's something we've always lacked on. And I'm gonna tell you, it's the bottle service and stuff like that. You know, like we can get the people there, we can do it all this, but guess what? If we have the right host, the right casino, the right backing behind us with staffing, bro, people will come out and spend $150,000 on a table. And to me, that's like, bro, that's insane. Like you're literally like, you know what I mean? Like that's insane, and it happens multiple times a night. You know, and I'm very grateful, you know what I mean, for those clients, but also it's like it just notices that it doesn't really matter if you're there on guest list or if you dropped 200,000 on a table. Like everyone has their own experience, and they some way somehow like get connected within us, like, you know, because we're Latinos by Latinos for Latinos, so it's like it doesn't matter, you know, we're people. So, you know, we walk through the crowd, you know, we go to the crowd, like we dance, we do it all. Like we're not Hollywood, so I think that helps a lot too. Is we are what you eat type shit. We are the culture, so we're a part of it. So that helps a lot.
I love that. What do you what would you say like is your experience of like going from smaller events when you like first started to doing, you know, an event at the Strip with thousands of people? Like what is it? What goes through your head when you're, you know, everyone's looking at you?
I still get nervous. Perp there half the time. I'm in my room or the green room, and I'm like, bro, I'm so nervous. He goes, bro, why? He goes, you know you're going to get out there and people are just going to love what you play. And I was like, yeah, you don't think that's like a big like responsibility? Like I could play some bullshit and people are going to probably be like, you know what, this is kind of hot. Like, I don't want to have that rep, you know? So like, I always plan my first 3-4 songs, and that allows me to cool down. But it is a little different because there's clientele in the building. You know, the club will tell you a little bit different politics than you would at a soft ticket show or a hard ticket show. Like when we do our concerts, like when we had Jay Cortez, or when we did like Rumbasso, or like when we book the artists ourselves, like, and all that stuff, like when we're not dealing with nightclub, it's a lot more stressful, but it's a lot more worth it, just because we're not dealing with politics. We're not dealing with, you know, the rollers, you know. And if we are, guess what? There's concert rules now. They're not nightclub rules, you know. So there's set packages and stuff like that. And I think Jay Cortez, it was our 1-year anniversary for Planet Perreo. Crazy show, insane. I'm gonna have to send you some footage or something. Yeah. But bro, it was a sea of people, and I was nervous. And I was like, watch this. And he gets on the mic, and he's just hyping me up. And then we have a clip of it, bro, and I go into this like hype guaracha track, and it's just the crowd goes crazy, and I'm like, bro, I was tripping. I'm in my head, you know. But it's definitely an experience of when and where, you know, how to feel, like, you know, and not where to get nervous, because I don't want to affect the clientele. And I think the club is the only place I really get in my head. Everywhere else, I'm like, all right, like people trust me, like I'll do it. But nightclub, I be getting tossed. Like Christina Aguilera came up to me and was like, yo, can you play my song with Ozuna? And I was like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Started downloading YouTube, the MP3 downloader, shout out my DJs. But man, I had to do it on the fly and mix it in. And I had no idea what it sounded like. Exiles in my ear, like, hey, bro, it's a little slow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just heads up. Hey, I popped it in, played the hook, played Osuna's part, boom, got out of it, and no one noticed. Yeah. But little things like that happen all the time.
Yeah, and I think like tell me about like all the practice and all the hours and all the stuff you did just in your room by yourself practicing to get to that point where you can be on the spot with one of the most famous people in the world in your ear, like, oh, can you play this? And it's like you're locked in.
I did a lot of open format gigs. I did a lot of them, and those were 4 to 6 hour gigs. So guess what? You're able to hold down the room. So at that point, when you're able to learn how to just read the room, like that just helps a lot. Not just in, how do you say, like, it's not just in music. Like you read the room, like you could tell someone's fuck with you or not. You know, like down to, you know what I mean, down to, you know, you could walk into a gas station and it just doesn't feel right. I gotta leave, you know?
Yeah, your
like,
intuition.
You know, your intuition, you know what I mean? So I think that's a practice that I practice, like, obviously my whole life, but it's also in you. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of practice with, you know, just song selection down to life experiences, you know, going to music festivals, you know, hanging out with my business partners and taking business trips. Like we would, bro, after COVID, we would take trips all day long. Even before that, like right when I was an intern, like, buddy, like I was the intern, so I would drive everywhere. I would do this, I would do that. And guess what? It was worth it. I got to meet a lot of artists. I got to enjoy a lot of artists, travel and do music festivals, and, you know, be blessed to even go to like Baja Beach Fest and stuff like that before I got really big and stuff like that. So I was able to see where we wanted to take it and, you know, where it could be. But
what was the moment for you that you felt like we made it?
Probably like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah, like a week ago, we got a very big offer for an agency, and we are going to sign exclusive with them. So basically, like, Altura is now a touring act. You might catch us at Coachella. You might catch us at Ultra. You might catch us, I don't know, you know what I mean? You might catch us in Spain and Brazil. You know what I mean? You might catch us in Colombia. You know, it's just from here on out, it's what dates are going to confirm. And it's actually very, very huge. And I'm actually proud of that because it was just one day out of the blue. Me and my business partners were talking about touring, and we're like, guys, we're touring, but we could do more. So we woke up, and I was like, wait. I was like, let's hit up our boy at the agency and see if he's down. And he goes, oh, fuck yeah, bro. That's exactly what we're looking for. Boom. So it was like a marriage, bro. It wasn't like one of those like, all right, man, I got your back. You know, I'll help you out. Like, no, it was one of those like, fuck yes, we're doing it now. And it's like, it's the same energy from everyone on the team has the same goal. Is how do we keep creating this to be a bigger monster and bigger monster, just to create a bigger platform, you know, just to bring on locals, bring on people worldwide who don't even know that this exists as a subculture. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody wants to be a major festival, but guess what? People like us help create those major festivals. You know, we bring awareness to the genre. So,
yeah,
you know,
congratulations.
It's the culture.
That's huge.
Thank you.
So are you still gonna be downtown at Commonwealth?
No. So no. I won't be downtown for a while. We have a grand opening of something. So now that I have a new venture coming in, I have exclusive now to a new club down there. Open in 6 weeks. You know what I mean? 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. So I'll be dropping a lot of new music and shit like that. A lot of house music. The reggaeton's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I might get in the studio with Yoel. Me and Yoel got some shit too. We just never released it. You know?
Okay.
But we got a lot of music. Me and Danko, I don't know if you met Danko yet. No, he's my partner. But on the house side, on the EDM side, we run Desire Rex together.
Okay.
We do a lot of after parties and a lot of just like, you know, stay weird, be weird.
Yeah.
Don't get weird. You know what I mean? Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. It's funny you say that. That's like when we talk about with the solar sales, we're like, okay, number one rule when you're out there in the field, don't be weird. Because you're talking to strangers all day, and it's
correct.
Like,
you know what I mean? The first words are, you know what I mean? It's everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything to everybody. So we've been cooking a lot of music, a lot of music, and that kind of like all in ties into like our brands like Discoteca, like you know Bajo Mundo and all that stuff. I played a lot of tech house in Altura, which by the way that didn't exist. Yeah. Year one.
You just kind of created it and implemented it.
I kept just shoving it in a way, you know, with consent.
Feel the crowd and see how people vibe with it.
Correct. And that was the time when Alpha dropped the La Mama remix with Red Tape and Gordo. And that shit was going crazy. So I was like, wait, I've been playing this for years. I was like, let me just bring some shit from back then. And people loved it. So the Latinos got a new wave of house music that they're like, what is this? Yeah. And then they meshed with the OG ravers, and then now it's like a whole new world for the Latinos, you know? You hear Latin remixes of, you know?
Yeah, all the time.
And it's this is specifically like it turned into Bajo Mundo. Like that's what that turned into. Like just me playing random EDM turned into a whole party. Like basically Bajo Mundo means the underground world, and we bring you every sound. So it's pretty cool, man. I gotta invite you out.
Yeah, for sure. And that's in Utah, right?
So we just had one in Salt Lake, but it lives here in Vegas. It lives in We All Scream. And buddy, when I tell you, when you come to these parties, you leave home with confetti. Like there's no way you don't.
Yeah.
But Angel went through 40 kilos of confetti before midnight, buddy.
Okay.
Buddy, we ordered 120 kilos, and he went through like literally like I think it was 40 kilos, 80 kilos.
Is it like in a gun or something? Or
yeah,
like
it's called a stadium blaster,
okay.
And I'm telling you, this is a lot of CO2 power, a lot of confetti. Man, I could tell you it's probably like it's a kilo each shot. And it was going back to back to back, and to the point where it's like the floor was a sea of confetti. It was just amazing to see. You know, people were having fun with the confetti, the bubbles, the sparks, the fireworks. You know, and it's a 360 stage, so you're with your DJ, in any moment. If you want to be in the crowd, go in the crowd. If you want to be around or in the back, you go around.
That's awesome.
So it's a dope experience. Man.
And like, how many people go to that? Like, what's the biggest show you guys have played for that?
I think GTA. I think we had good times ahead. That one was amazing. And then followed up by Hugo. We had Hugo.
Okay, I know Hugo.
Yeah, and then I think it was me back-to-back, Danco, bro. That one, we sold a lot of goddamn tickets, like a lot of tickets. Man, and it was the latest party we've ever had, and it was just me and Danco playing for 3.5 hours, bro. It was like a memorable set. It was Halloween weekend. Everyone was dressed up. Oh, confetti's in the air, fire everywhere. Like, it was a moment. But we had those, and then we've had people like Chewy. We've had people, et cetera, et cetera. Shit, we had Happy Colors. Man, we've had a lot of people. We have Red Tape. We just had Teco. He's upcoming, like Latin tech house, like type of vibe. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But man, it's some pretty good names up there.
What do you think the impact of Bajo Mundo has been on like the Latin culture?
Man, just look at it. I don't know if you're familiar with people like James Hype or like look at Tiesto doing Latin remixes. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff is definitely getting influence. And I'm not saying directly from Bajo Mundo, but from the subculture of Latin tech house and just how, just Latin EDM, how I would just say it's like people like Dioro that are pushing it forward, and we're just kind of pushing it even more as a subculture. So that allows people like Clooney to shine. Even John Summit at one point was playing only Latin tech, you know? So it's definitely an influence, and it's definitely a different groove. So
Marshmallow, Fuerza Regida.
Correct. So like, actually, my boy works really, really well with them. When he told me that, I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, Fuerza Regida and Marshmallow. He goes, buddy, just wait till it comes out. He's like, you're gonna shit yourself. You're gonna love the record. What's crazy, I love the record, and I don't even have it downloaded. I actually you just reminded me to download that
song. you just know it from it playing everywhere.
Bro, it just plays everywhere, and it's amazing. And usually if I love a song, I don't play it.
Yeah.
If I like it, I'll play it. But if I love it, I can't burn it out for myself.
Yeah.
But I have. But back to the whole, like, what has Bajo Mundo done? I think it's opened the horizons for a lot of Latinos to like EDM. Like I said, we are partnered with Revelation, so we get to see the numbers. We get to see the demographics. We get to see what spikes up, and Latinos are definitely winning amongst, amongst the usual ravers. So they're winning up there with the acts that are coming up. Like Gesture was straight Moombahton and reggaeton. Now he's going techno, but he has that cult like Latino following. Yeah. So it's pretty cool to see like what it's turning into.
Yeah.
And how many other parties are popping up that are similar.
The Latin culture, man, just like worldwide, has such a big influence. I mean, you look at some of the biggest artists and like up there, even surpassing people like Drake, like Bad Bunny, Karol G, like
Peso Pluma
right now. Yeah, he's killing and he's fairly new in the game, like
correct.
It really these days, like, it's cool because the game, to me, it doesn't discriminate, right? To get to that level, like, it's really just talent and hard work can get you there, and really, like, one banger song can really put you on the charts. Like, even that one song right now, like, Gata Only with, like...
shout out TikTok. You know what I mean? And shout out to the board. I mean, shout out to the U.S. government for hating because they don't got their their hands in their pocket. But that's another conversation. But man, like, if you guys are really about like just economy and like funding and anything type of like that, I'm not political, at least not in public. Right. But fam, you're gonna fuck up the market if you fucking take away TikTok from anybody's standpoint. Anybody's.
Yeah, I understand. We're in an election year, so they're just stirring the pot, doing anything to
get votes.
Get votes.
You want TikTok? Vote for this guy.
Exactly. We're gonna see it at some point, right? Trump's gonna be like, hey, make TikTok great again, and he's gonna get all the millennial votes.
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
guys, this is what I mean. to make America great again. Literally. I can already picture it. I love it.
Who would you say is your biggest influence as an artist?
Man. Those are way off from the Latin side, but if you want to keep it a little bit in the Latin, bro, Tiny is insane. Tiny's style is insane. He breaks every barrier when it comes to the Latin side, and obviously I got to say people like Kanye, bro. Like, just because the creativity and all the things that he does creatively and just does for himself and his family, and just to do it right, the tantrums down to everything, like, he just wants it done right, and he'll call you out in the middle of it if you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So I think stuff like that, I think those are two major. At one point I was obsessed with West Coast hip hop. So, people like Dre, The Game.
Yeah.
Shit, even 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I'm OG, but
I think you saw the documentary about Kanye?
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see the first part. I love the VHS tapes. Ever since that, I stopped it, and I grabbed him 3 VHS cameras.
I see that. You guys coming in with the VHS. I mean, it's inspiring because it's like you got to have belief if you're going to make it and do something big. You see Kanye, before anyone even knew his name, like, he's filming it because he knows that he's going somewhere. He's got a vision for it, and no matter what, he's going to make it there. Bro, the fact that he's got all of that footage and all of the things of, like, him singing Hey Mama to his mom in the kitchen, like, at their old house, and, like, pulling up to a recording studio, and they're like, what's your name? And it's like, oh, I'm Kanye West. It's like, people give him a lot of hate right now, but it's like, you've got to respect the visionary inside of him, to where he wasn't going to stop until he became one of the biggest in the world, and he did.
Yeah, and I think it's the work ethic, obviously, that's inspiring and stuff like that. I love Culture Shift, and without him, there wouldn't be a lot of, influence, just like Pharrell, you know what I mean? I'm a big Lil B fan, and I think without Lil B or Soulja Boy, I think Migos wouldn't exist, and, like, you know what I mean? That whole side of culture, but
they're open doorways for other people to
and
be creative and be themselves and to get into it.
That was pop culture. So what do you think people like Bad Bunny, Rauw Alejandro, and all that stuff was looking at? They was looking at American pop culture, at least at one point, you know what I mean? Like, to become a superstar, you gotta look at all types of angles. Like, I'm at this point where I'm looking at K-pop artists and how are they doing their stuff. They're going to school for this shit. I'm like, damn, that's hard. I was like, I need to go to school for this.
Right.
I'm going to be beautiful. But what's crazy is you got to be like, I think like a teenager to just be a pop star out there. By the time you're like 25, 26, you're considered old and out of the scene. I'm like, damn, my bad.
It's crazy.
My bad.
I mean, and then for Tiny, because have you seen the show on Netflix, La Firme?
No.
So it's basically like American Idol, but for reggaeton.
Okay.
And so he's one of the judges.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything.
I saw a couple of clips.
Yeah.
I actually don't watch. I don't consume a lot.
No.
I don't consume. I scroll. You know what I mean? I do my like daily scrolls and stuff. And I think I came across it, and I was like, "Yo, this is dope as hell." And he was a judge.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And you just see like how much respect those artists had, like, to have the opportunity to work with him. I think the person who won, like, they get to be on like a record, and he produces the beat, and like it's
actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But they go on just like American Idol, and they're there writing their own songs like reggaeton style, and they're all from different parts of the world, and it's just
it's actually dope. Shout out Drewski. I don't know why. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't know why he said that. Just reminded me of shoulda, coulda been records.
Who's your top 3 favorite Latin artists?
Oh man, you gotta put Bad Bunny up there no matter what. But man, I love Daddy Yankee, bro. His structure's insane. His beat selection's insane. His storytelling on any album's insane. Oh man, that's insane. And then, man, this is a hard ass question, bro. I think right now, I like Mike Towers a lot, not because of the show, right? Because I like his trap shit. I love his trap music more than I like his reggaeton. And it's just, his delivery's insane. But I love, bro, Young Shimmy go crazy just because it's
There's
a whole
so
nother,
many.
bro. It's so many genres. And then I can get into like corridos, you know what I mean?
Banda,
like, it's just a whole nother world, man. Like, Junior H is insane. Like, obviously not that, like, he brought the whole scene, like, with him with the, you know, the tacuache shit, you know, like all the Edgar cut and shit, you know, that whole era.
Right.
Like, what is it, like corridos tumbados and everything? So, I don't know, man. It's very hard to answer that. But if I had to answer a top three, man, obviously it had to be like Bad Bunny, fucking Daddy Yankee, and man, I have to put Tiny up there still just because of how much time he's put into this whole culture. But fuck, I can't forget about DJ Playero. You know what I mean? Like I can keep going and going because it stems down. You know, it stems down.
Yeah.
So
there's so many. I think for me, like, cause I'm new to the Latin. I got in late to the Latin game. You know, like I was telling you before. Like I lived in Tijuana for 4 years, and that was like 2020 when I moved back here. And so like the first reggaeton song that I ever listened to was No Me Conoce by Bad Bunny.
Okay, so that is our national anthem. That is our national anthem. That is Altura's national anthem.
I love it.
So we were actually doing a music video for one of our friends, and we were walking through this building. It was on Charleston and Mojave, and whatever. And then we go by this set, bro, right? This set, and I'm like, this looks familiar. And the guy goes, yeah, bro, I just had Bad Bunny, Jay Cortez, and J Balvin in here doing the video for No Me Conoce. He showed it to me. He just came out 2 weeks ago, and I was like, what, this was filmed here? I was like, I would have never noticed. He goes, that's amazing, huh? I was like, you would have never noticed. And he took us to the scenes and everything, and then we did our video there. And then I think it was like literally like, I want to say like 8 months later, Altura, like that was the feeling. The song that we get off that feeling is what we wanted to like replicate at our events.
That's dope.
And that's why it's our national anthem.
That's interesting.
Because we love that song. Like we genuinely love that song.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
I can't believe that was the first song you heard.
Literally the first song. I was in a club in Tijuana with this girl, and she was like, the song came on. She was like, oh my God, this is my favorite song. And I'm like, I was like, this is cool. And then when I went home, like I like looked it up and stuff. Or I think I Shazammed it in the club. Then I went home. That just kind of like started it for me. Like I really wanted to learn Spanish. And when I moved there, I didn't know anything. I was telling you before. Like,
did music help?
It helped a lot. I think the biggest things that helped me was just like really immersing myself in the culture. I mean, I lived there, obviously, that helped. But I think if you don't have the intention to learn, it's easy just to be there, be immersed, and not learn anything. But music helped a lot. Like anyone that's like knows me knows that I pretty much only listen to Latin music.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, obviously you listen to more corridos, but
I listen. It's everything, bro. It's reggaeton, corridos, banda, bachata. It's really everything, bro. But like I immerse myself in the culture. It's like I got to do one of those ancestry tests because I swear, like in another world, there's some Latinos deep down in my bloodline, man. Because like I love to dance. I love to dance salsa, bachata, like.
I see you, bro. Trust me, I see you guys, bro. And you guys are dancers. You guys are not just talking to the lady. No, you guys are legitly asking people out to dance like a gentleman. And I'm like, yo, this is hard. Literally, every time I see the little tejana, I was like, I see you guys. I see you.
Right? It's a good time, man. But that's why I love going there because, like, for me, because I lived there for several years, like, it just changed my perspective on just the world because I grew up in Connecticut in just a completely opposite space of Tijuana, Mexico. But before I went down there, people were like, be careful, be safe, it's dangerous, all these things, right? Like warning me.
Yeah.
But when I lived there, I never had anything bad happen. I had the complete opposite experience. Like everyone there is so friendly and welcoming, and like there's bad places anywhere you go. Las Vegas, LA, there's places everywhere that you shouldn't go. Just like Tijuana. But for the most part, like I found the people down there in the Mexican culture like more welcoming, more friendly than here in the U.S.
It's crazy. They want to learn about you as much as you want to learn about them.
Right.
So that's good, but best of both worlds, right?
So that's why I pull up all the time, bro. I'm like, I feel at home when I'm back there. I'm like,
that's awesome, man.
Put on the music. It's like I even shop at La Bonita and Cardenas. I hear the music and stuff.
I love it. It's influential, bro. Yeah, trust me, I know it is, and I always say that. I was like, guys, I gotta listen to my own music when I go shopping because I'll get influenced by a certain vibe, you know.
Yeah. What so what's been your biggest learning of yourself and what's you're capable of through this journey of creating Altura?
Honestly, I guess like the biggest challenge is like straight up, bro, is probably mental stability. Like it's just like, bro, I'm on the road all the time. I'm doing all the office work, with my partners and stuff like that. And I have a 1-year-old. And obviously those three right there is the hardest part for me. So in my perspective is, finding the time for myself to balance myself out and stay creative and, do all that good stuff, for my own health and stuff like that. So I think that is the biggest challenge. And it's not something you find an answer for. You don't even cope on it because you end up suffering off of it, So I think that is my biggest challenge. And obviously there is a solution, which is just being aware, being aware of my emotions, how I react to things. And, not everyone has your perspective or perception of what you are dealing with, and guess what? It's not anyone else's job to learn that lesson. All right. So people should not feel bad for you. Should not, they shouldn't even, I guess, stop for you or anything just because that's what you're dealing with. If someone's interested and is relatable, guess what? They'll probably reach out and ask how you overcame it or anything like that. But, your actions got to be, they got to be precise. They got to be on point. You got to cross your T's, dot your I's, because if you let your emotions slip up, you know what I mean? It can trickle something, it can fuck up a lot of things. So I think that's been my biggest challenge out of all this.
Yeah, I think the mind's a powerful thing, man. It's like you said, at the end of the day, the world's going to keep on going. Correct. And it's up to you. You're the one who's responsible for your life and your results and everything that you want. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to hand you everything you want on a silver platter. Yeah, so it's interesting. When I was living back in Mexico at the cancer hospital, they had, for cancer patients, they had a class called The Power of the Mind. And so they put people who are fighting for their life in this class to work on their mindset, work on their positivity. At the end of the day, they're in a fight themselves. They're in a fight with cancer. And why go into a fight with a negative mindset or thinking you're going to lose or with your mind in that space? Like, you got to have your mind saying to yourself, I'm going to win. I'm going to make it.
I already won.
Just like, exactly. I already won. It's me. I'm here now. Just like Kanye did, how he filmed everything back then. Like, he knew he was going to make it and that he was, one of the greatest in the world, before he even was at that level.
And what's crazy, that's actually very interesting just to learn, because I'm a believer of that. You are what you eat. You know what I mean? If you're feeding yourself that, it's negative. Guess what? It is negative. You're right. Whatever you do, you're right. You're right. This is your world. You are right. Mm-hmm. And that's you got to be careful what you wish for. You got to watch, how you say things, how you talk about people and stuff like that, because it's, it always comes back to you, you know.
Especially how you talk about yourself, man. Like,
correct.
You talk to yourself even just inside your head every single day, and it's like, there was this video I watched, Andrew Tate, and he was talking about, like, if you're depressed, it means you're just going too slow. If you're going fast and you're constantly on to the next thing and taking action and execution, like, depression's not going to be able to catch up to you because you're constantly going and you're faster than it. Correct. So it's like people that are constantly just telling themselves these things and sitting and just kind of like, oh, my life sucks and, I'm a victim to everything, everyone else's fault. Like, they're the ones that stay in the same place. They don't create things like you're creating right now with Altura that's impacting people, that's impacting other people's lives, impacting your life and your family's lives. Like, to me, that's like really the key to being successful.
Man. I love creating, so that's my main thing. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I could be designing a skateboard, a shirt, anything. We create all the time. Like, right before this, we're literally just doing video editing. Literally, we're grabbing all the VHS footage and seeing how we can compile it together and make it cool. Just right after this, we're working on an intro for Planet Perreo. So, you know what I mean? All my sets, since I'm not going to be downtown for a while, so all my sets got to be just a little bit better. You know what I mean? Every single time. So it's keeping it going. You know what I mean? Like, guess what? Get rich or die trying. You know what I mean? You might as well just die trying. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just keep it going. That's it. That's the best thing I've learned. And it's great that you repeated it, honestly.
I mean, that's just, at the end of the day, like you said, like, you are what you eat. You are who you surround yourself with, and that's why I think we connected on a level, like, without even knowing, because we think the same way. We're
and mutuals, a little bit of mutuals, help too. But obviously, when you're a great person, you feel it off bat, Yeah. Like, bro, I need some corridos, bro. I was like, I got you.
I need, ya supérame right now, bro. I miss her, but.
Please, bro. I won't call her, but play it, bro.
I'm dead.
I love it. Bro. I actually miss her though.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. Yeah.
But she broke. I'm up.
Hey, fuck it. City boys up.
Yeah. What else, bro? Anything else you want to like say to your fans, people that people on your team? Like, what's the teamwork like at Altura?
Bro, teamwork is everything, and I'm telling you right now, like Marcel is an engine, bro. This guy's an engine, bro. He's a powerhouse, bro. I don't understand how this guy does it. Powerhouse, full of energy all times, and it's very contagious. I love it. He's coming up with new ideas, how to expand our team, how to take what we have and grow it more, and business, like genuine like business investments and stuff like that. So someone with 12 years of history of the festival world and concert world is helping us out. You know what I mean? He's a business partner with us, so he's also guiding us within the way of how we should be doing things, how fast we should be doing things, and where we are with things. Because he's like, guys, you guys caught up in my 11 years of work in 2 years. He goes, that is insane to me. He goes, so I'm glad that we're here now, but man, I can only see it go further. And Gio's amazing, bro. He fucking is in the office doing all the paperwork, along with my girlfriend, my wife, Ashley. So she does all the accounting, and her and Gio, put all the bookings together, all the everything. And man, and then Exile does all the bookings and managing all the socials with Alexito, and I'm doing a lot of the graphic work and a lot of the content creation and a lot of the production side of Altura as well. So I have a little hand in everything, but mostly I handle the marketing. That's what I do. I like the image, basically, of like how you perceive Altura. Yeah, stuff like that.
That's awesome, bro. You guys are honestly crushing it. Like your socials are popping. Like the video editing by Alexito is crazy.
Yeah, we got a whole media team, bro. We got Dylan, we got Val, literally. Shit, even Perp, bro. Perp steps up, man. He does visuals. He does photos. He does video, man. He drives across straight. He don't care.
How many people are on the team total?
Immediately, we have 2, 4, 6. I think about 9 to 10 people, like fully like under Altura, and then we have a lot of contractors and a lot of people who just just do a lot of work with us.
Yeah.
So I want to say our team's probably closer to 20 if anything, but our immediate team daily is probably like 6 people.
Yeah, I love that because at the end of the day, for me, like you can go so far just by yourself, and some people are the lone wolf out there that like to do that. But to me, like having a team and having people around you that share the same vision, and then having fun with it. Like you look at like groups like Grupo Firme and Puerta Sal, like when you go to their shows, they're having a blast, they're having fun, and they're also have that vision of where they want to go, and like that's what you guys remind me of. Like every time I see you guys, you're just like having fun, having vibes, like. And that's, I think, why me and my friends, like, constantly, anytime there's, like, oh, Altura's here, Altura's there, like, we're going to be there and show up.
See, it's like a family, guys. It's like a family.
And a lot of people, like, look at Vegas, like, they think, oh, Vegas, big city and casinos and all this stuff.
Tiny.
Like, it's tiny, bro. It's a tight-knit group. Like, one person, everyone else, knows the next. Like, I was talking to Dom earlier today. He was like, oh, I have 30 in common with the guy who's coming in today. I was like, yeah, bro. Like,
I've been around.
Everyone knows everybody these days. Like, it's honestly a smaller circle once you kind of meet the right people.
Especially whatever industry you go in. Even if, when you live here, it's small, right? But let's say you go into cosmetology. Boom, small-ass industry. Nightlife, small-ass industry. You know what I mean? Tech world, small-ass industry. Yep. But it's huge because we're a tourist, you know what I mean? We're a tourist, attraction here. So it's dope. You get to meet a lot of cool people and a lot of different people, and you never know who you're talking to. Yeah. That's a good thing right there. Is opportunities come from. I've had opportunities just by saying hi to people at like a Starbucks or something, and they're like, "Yo, what do you do?" Or at the airport. No, I DJ. I was like, you do anything else? I do marketing and video editing, and then boom, they're like, "Yo, give me a call," and I've gotten clients just by saying hello to somebody.
Yeah,
just stopping in Vegas. I like the slots, so I go to the airport a little early. So
well, I saw you last time at El Cortez. Remember before we pulled up, bro? That's my spot.
That same night, bro.
What happened?
I hit a jackpot.
You hit big?
Oh, I hit a jackpot
on the slots.
Yeah, I hit big. Yeah, I hit big.
What'd you hit for?
Yeah,
I can't say.
but I had to get
over 10K.
Right around there.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I've had some good nights at El Cortez, man.
I love El Cortez.
It's the best casino in Vegas to gamble, in my opinion. I don't like gambling on the strip.
I like for slots. I'm gonna be honest. I like the slots there. I like Caesars though.
See, I never play slots. I only play I play blackjack, roulette, and occasionally I'll play craps. But when I'm playing craps, I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just like, I usually play with someone that knows, and I'm like, just give me. I'm just gonna throw out. I'm gonna put some on the pass line and whatever else, and it's fun. But for the most part, like table games and everything at El Cortez, I like the side bets and.
Oh, I love the side bets, bro. Actually, I did a little system last time. I did 10 spins on roulette, and there's a side bet that allows you to do $1 to $5 bets.
Yeah,
and it's a bet within the bet. So if the wheel hits 0. And there's an arrow on it, it's either gonna have an arrow of times 100 or times 300. But that means the ball has to land in that arrow, and there's only 2 arrows. So out of those 38 numbers, you spin the middle wheel.
Yeah.
And then the regular wheel is already spinning. So wherever it lands, and I hit 8 out of them, 8 out of 10 out of them, and they were all 100, 100, 100. So I would bet $48, and I was basically $52. Every time, and I was betting inside. So
is that at El Cortez?
Yeah, look at the roulette. Look at the roulette table. You're gonna see a side bet on the top.
That just goes to show you, like, whenever I'm playing, like me and Amari, when we play, we just consider it monopoly money. We're like, we're not here to win anything, lose anything. We're here to have fun.
I'm here to have fun, but I'm gonna think about it too.
I've never even seen that. Like, I'm not even thinking. We always do when we play roulette is we always, no matter what, every hand. No matter how much money we have left, we're playing on 8 and 24 for Kobe.
Hey.
And I'm telling you, the amount of times that we've hit that, and when we've got a little bit of money in our pocket, like I've hit on those with 100 on those bets multiple times. So it's like $3,500 hits.
Damn.
Like, we just go all in on that. And then it's so much fun after. Then you got a bunch of cash. Then we go right across the street to Commonwealth. And we're like,
I hear you, bro.
Let's get a table at Altura.
So actually, it was one of the Bajo Mundos, bro. I'm talking about, bro. I went over it because, bro, it's so hard to go to the bathroom sometimes at the events. You know what I mean? So I had to go pee. And I was like, fuck, I will go over there. And then I came back and saw the roulette table. And I was like, all right, bet. Man. Bro, I put 150 down. And I split zeros, bro. I split zeros at $150, and I hit it. Buddy, I walked straight into, we all screamed for Bajo Mundo, and I bought a Clase Azul. I was like, fuck this. I was like, we're going in. And it was actually, what's the Halloween one, right? It was Halloween. It was Halloween. It had to be Halloween.
So you put 75 on 0, 75 on 00?
Yeah, I split it. So 150, yeah. So 75. Buddy, I walked in that. My girl was like, what? I was like,
it's a thrill.
I was like, bring it out. I was like, let's go.
And then it's crazy to have perspective of, like, that's just, like, not a lot of money for the world and, like, where, at least for where I want to get to, and, like, looking at some people and how they live, like, they'll go and just drop, like, 10K on a table and lose.
10.
You know,
I've seen someone pay the board for a tobacco license on the spot because he was a prince and he wanted hookah in the building. Yeah, that was
just
like, I think, like
night?
$225,000, like $225,000.
That's crazy.
It's
that's
fucking,
that royal money.
That's
bro.
that royal money. You feel me? So that is a little different bracket.
Like,
you know what I mean? I'm shooting for the sky. Yeah. I'm shooting for the stars, guys. But the sky is there too. You know,
right? It's all perspective. I mean, yeah, it's like it's easy to chase the money too, but to me, like, doing really well financially and successful in business, and then living in Vegas and living that lifestyle of partying and bottle service and like, dude, the amount of money you can spend is insane.
I'm glad my girl's Jew baby. Honestly, she
good for you, man. I didn't have someone to do that with mine, so it humbled me quick to, like, really understand, like, what's important, which is, like, to me, relationships and people and what you're building and happiness, right? Like, you're not gonna be able to take it with you. So
that, and also what's crazy, like, the more I got in, the more success, we ended up seeing. I started noticing, bro, no one gives a shit about what kind of money you make. They care about what kind of person you are at the end of the day and your work ethic and everything like that. So it's like, bro, no one gives a shit if you're making money or not. It's just, are you going to deliver what we're agreeing on right now?
Yeah.
So it's like, I've noticed that too. You know what I mean? So I think that's good that a lot of people out here, at least. I mean, I don't know. At least unless they weave themselves out from me. But
well, Vegas it's an interesting place, man, because it is very flashy. It is very like it's very statusy of who do you know, what do you do,
correct? What
kind of designer do you have?
But those are the same people, you know what I mean? Just signing a job title because they want to ask you those things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I love the nightclub, but I hate it. You know what I mean? Like, why do you want to make me stand outside for 15 minutes just so you can bid a table on me? Like, no, bro. I actually got to go DJ. Like, and they do it every time. And that's not even Live. I'm talking about, like, other clubs.
So what do they do? They
like
make you
other
wait?
Live. No, Live, they're good. Oh. They got me. Cut
me
going.
Out.
Yeah. No. Fuck no. No, hell no. Live got me going good. They got me great over there. You know what I mean? Like, sure. They make sure we're fed. We got rooms and all that good stuff. You feel me?
That's dope.
But other places, bro.
So you guys get put up
at
Live when you guys do that?
Oh, of course. We're performing. So
that's awesome.
You know, they treat us very, very great and very, very nicely, and we enjoy our time there. But, man, I've been to some clubs where, bro, I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm just going to buy a $7,500 table just because I need to get inside now because, bro, my girl don't want to stand in heels. My other homegirl don't want to stand in heels. I don't even want to stand right now. And it's like, fuck, I guess it's working, but man, like it's like everywhere I go when it comes to nightclubs, they don't want you to come inside. You know, I think we went to the library for To Be Honest one time, and they were like, "Yeah, you're not on guest list," and I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, how much are tickets?" Knowing damn well I'm on guest list. Like, we were with like artists and all that shit, and I'm like, I just don't try to fight it back or nothing. And then my boy's like, "Bro, just give me a second," like He goes, hey, bro, just want to let you know, like, we are on list. Like, this is our confirmation. And he's like, yeah, nah, I'm going to just make a new rule, bro. It's just like, it's just not valid anymore. And I was like, hey, yo, I was like, I just don't understand. Like, this is really your job title. It's just like, tell fuck off to people. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess it comes, you know what I mean, with people's morality, what they want to do and, how they.
And they want to feel important and feel like they've got more power.
That's okay. You can have it all, man. I just want to go inside.
I just want to go inside and have fun with my friends. Like,
I just want to go inside, man.
It's an interesting place to live in here in Vegas.
Very, very interesting.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming in and telling your story and shooting the shit with you. And I'm excited to see what you guys do and create. I mean, you guys are going to the next level.
I wish I was able to share more.
Yeah, well, we'll have you back on and have some new stuff going on. And you guys can come in and feel free to bring anyone in that you want to interview here in the studio.
Definitely. We have a lot of artists that come through here that, sometimes, they're from out of the country that, they're grateful to just even being around a set like this. You know what I mean? A very professional set just for content as well, And who knows? You never know who will bring it through here. Just like you never know who's showing up to Altura. Exactly.
Well, I can guarantee you're going to see me this weekend at Mike Towers.
Let's do it.
So I look forward to seeing you there, bro.
Likewise.
All right.